have our reservations with Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, even though their defense was outstanding. So for me, it's about the Chiefs finding their rhythm, trying to establish a sense of identity running the football, and just allow Pat Mahomes to do Pat Mahomes-like things. So right now, they're in an unfamiliar spot, but there's still a lot of time for the Chiefs to get into the tournament.
Pat, a different type of experience, but so much experience in high-leverage situations for the Kansas City Chiefs. How does that serve them now as they sort of flip the switch and go into a playoff-type mode in Week 12?
Buffalo Blitz Report. Bills Mafia, it's time to lean in. If you've been waiting for the moment that separates a contender from the pretender, tonight, I'm telling you, it right now might just be it. The Buffalo Bills are entering a phase where the margin for error shrinks, the spotlight burns brighter, and the decisions, the actions, the discipline, they all matter now more than ever. It's no longer just about talent or hype. It's about growth, maturity, accountability, and what happens when the young players, the veterans, the coaching staff all lock in together. And right in the middle of this, Keon Coleman. His story might just reflect the turning point for this franchise. You already know the backdrop. The Bills come off an explosive 44-32 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The offense cracked open, the quarterback made history, the crowd roared. But amidst that victory, a glaring spotlight turned to a young wide receiver who wasn't even on the field. Coleman, drafted in the second round in 2024. Good size, good speed, big expectations. Yet Sunday, he was a healthy scratch. No injury, no excuse. Why? Because he missed a team meeting Friday morning. That's the headline. That's the wake-up call. Let that sink in. In a locker room pushing for greatness, for a run of games, for playoff positioning, for validation, one missed meeting equals benching. That's the message from head coach Sean McDermott. We'll take it one day at a time. We address the situation. The important piece is he learns from this and he grows from this. You grow from it, we move forward. If you don't, it's hard to move forward. McDermott's words were firm but fair. Bills Mafia, the reason I love this story is because it speaks to exactly what this team needs in 2025 if they want to go further than they ever have. It's about more than just explosive plays. It's about consistency, trust, maturity. When your quarterback is doing supernatural things, as we've seen from Josh Allen this year, you need those around him to match the intensity, the switch, the mindset. Coleman's benching signals that Buffalo wants everyone on board. This is the championship team standard. Think of how the narrative has been. The Bills have struggled at wide receiver depth. The run defense has been questioned. The offense has sputtered in moments, and when Allen isn't perfect, they lose. But when Allen is on, the sky opens. We saw the sky open, a historic performance. And now we're asking, can the Bills sustain it? Can they lock in? And that question intersects with a wide receiver who was supposed to help unlock the next level and now has to fight to reclaim his role. Because the supporting cast matters. The margin matters. This is where the good teams separate themselves, not just in big moments, but in daily habits. Film study, meetings, learning, improve or stagnate. McDermott said it. Trust builds through repetition and consistency. Coleman has the talent, but does he have the consistent effort? That's the gamble. And Buffalo is showing they won't wait. Yet, here's the flip side. Even with Coleman out, the Bills found ways to win and stay dangerous. That says something. That signals depth. That signals character. That says Buffalo doesn't collapse when one piece slips. That says this roster is growing. And that says this year is different. So what do I want you to feel, Bills Mafia? I want you to feel clarity. This isn't a story about punishing a young player. It's about setting a standard. It's about demanding greatness. It's about telling the league we're not just showing up, we're showing out. And anyone on this roster who's not all in, the spotlight will find them. Because the only way Buffalo goes farther is everyone goes further together. Now, the next test arrives. Week 22, at home, against the Houston Texans. The Thursday night spotlight. The gap between now and the playoffs shrinks. The margin for error disappears. And the Bills Mafia? You can't have cheer. You can't have believe. Full throttle, because this team deserves it, because this moment deserves it. So here's what I want you to do. Hit that like button if you believe the Bills are different this year. Subscribe if you believe red, white, and royal blue, and if you are ready for the ride. Now drop in the comments, what's your take on Coleman's benching? Is this justified message for the team or a risk with rookie talent? Do you think the Bills are building the culture that wins in January, or is this still just talk? I want your voice. Buffalo Blitz Report signing off for now. But remember, Bills Mafia, this is our house. These are our standards, and this is our time. Go Bills!